Did you know that the highest point in Missouri is also one of the oldest mountains on the entire planet? But first, be sure to follow for more mountain and high point content. This is Taum Sauk Mountain, the highest natural point in the state of Missouri. It's located in southeastern Missouri, where it rises to an elevation of 1,770 feet. This makes it the 41st highest state high point in the United States, and arguably the lowest state high point that you could consider an actual mountain. In fact, it's the highest point in a small mountain range called the St. Francis Mountains. Now, I know some of you will hear that elevation or look at this picture and say, those aren't mountains, those are hills. But in reality, the St. Francis Mountains have a really good excuse for being so small. They're one of the oldest mountain ranges on Earth. You see, the St. Francis Mountains formed as the result of volcanic activity about 1.5 billion years ago, making them more than 3 times older than the Appalachian Mountains, which are often incorrectly referred to as the oldest mountain range on Earth. Since they are so incredibly old, erosional processes have had plenty of time to reduce the St. Francis Mountains to the modest elevations that we see today. But back to Taum Sauk Mountain itself, despite being the highest point in the entire range, it doesn't particularly stand out from the rest of the landscape. Part of the reason that's the case is the fact that Taum Sauk isn't a distinct mountain peak, but rather an elongated ridge. Additionally, it only has about 500 feet of prominence, and there are many more mountains in the state that have a larger topographic relief. But despite this, I think visiting Taum Sauk Mountain would be worth it for its interesting geologic history alone, and doing so isn't super difficult. There is a paved road almost the entire way to the summit, which is located in Taum Sauk Mountain State Park, which means that visiting the high point requires only a short walk with minimal elevation gain. Would you visit Taum Sauk Mountain? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to follow for the remaining 40 highest state high points.